confronted by the dangers and threats, but it's indicative of the work that the men and women of law enforcement do each day and the dangers that we face each day. And we do it because of the dedication and commitment to this noble profession. Let me say that in the early morning hours of September the 3rd, before 8 a.m., an individual, armed individual, commandeered a vehicle and its driver and directed him to a Walmart store near 27th and Hope, which time the individuals exited the vehicle, went inside the Walmart, may have obtained some items, returned to their vehicle.
What?
So here we go. Time to gather our paints.
Hold up, did he just say somebody carjacked? Hold up, did he just say somebody got carjacked, forced them to go to Walmart to do some shopping? The person waited on them and the robbery continued? What? And the carjacking continued? What?
They then appeared at a service station here on South 27th Street in about the 5900 block, at which time our victim went inside and alerted an attendant to call the police. Subsequently, the two individuals left, went to the Walmart store just west of where we're located right now at 27 and Sycamore, at which time our victim, again, notified a clerk to call police. Subsequently, a call to the Walmart of an active shooter was received. Police responded from multiple agencies, to include the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, Franklin Police Department, as well as the Oak Creek Police Department. A pursuit ensued for a brief period that subsequently ended in a crash, at which time the suspect jumped out of the vehicle, commandeered another vehicle, and now led officers again on a pursuit that concluded in a crash just north of the intersection here at 27th and Sycamore. Individual exited the vehicle with a firearm. Officers engaged the individual. Officers discharged their weapons. The subject was struck. Officers attempted life-saving measures. Suspect is deceased. Multiple officers from Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, 4 officers from Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, 1 officer from the Franklin Police Department, and multiple officers from the Oak Creek Police Department are all actively involved in this incident. At this point, I'm pleased to say that none were injured and all are safe. We are currently trying to piece together all of the moving parts. We got multiple scenes spread out through all Milwaukee County, but want to assure the public that there's no danger or no threat to the public, that the members of law enforcement are safe, and that the threat is ended. I'll take a few limited questions.
Victim? How is the victim? How did they get away from the suspect?
I don't have that information at this time. I did fail to include the Milwaukee area investigative team responded to the scene and is conducting the active investigation. And as I indicated, it has multiple sites. And the West Dallas Police Department is the lead agency. So they're trying to piece together all of the parts. But to answer your question, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about the victim, his age, anything other than he's a male.
How old is the suspect?
I'm sorry, don't know anything about the victim and the suspect. I don't know, but he's a male also.
When he crashed here, was anybody else in the vehicle at that time? Was it just him?
I do not believe, but I don't know that definitively.
Did he shoot at officers when he got out of the vehicle with the gun?
That's still being investigated.
Could you explain, you said inside Walmart there was an active shooter?
That was what the call that was received.
Were there any other shots fired in Walmart?
We're still investigating that at this
Firearm
point.
was used or no by the victim? Firearm?
There was a firearm recovered.
Can you tell us, did it start as a domestic violence situation?
I don't have those details.
So was there any shots fired in the Walmart parking lot?
We're still determining that at this point right now.
Is this someone known to police, this suspect, known to police, this man?
I don't know. In fact, the ME just arrived a short time ago, and I'm not certain that an identification has been made, so I don't have that information. And I don't know about another brief, but there'll be a statement issued or released.
Could you kind of explain a little bit more about what happened inside that second Walmart before the car was stolen?
I don't have it other than the victim asked an attendant or clerk to notify authorities, to call police, and the call was received. What was communicated to the clerk exactly uncertain, and what exactly was conveyed to law enforcement exactly uncertain, but that's what we're still trying to determine.
And did you get two calls? Did you get a call from the gas station asking for police, and did you get a call from Walmart?
I'm told we did. Yes, we did.
How much longer will all of these businesses in the area be on lockdown?
I'm not certain. We're working as diligently as we possibly can. This is a residential neighborhood that is not accustomed to seeing this type of presence here, so we're working as diligently as we possibly can.
Is it an official lockdown, like businesses aren't allowed to be open right now, or?
I'm not aware a call like that was made. I don't know who has the authority to make that call, but yeah, I don't know.
Do you know if any of the victims were injured?
At this point, no. Yeah.
So two victims were carjacked. Is that
That would be accurate, yes.
okay? And we don't know how they were okay. We just don't know their status.
At this point, no.
The suspect, do you know where he's from?
Do not at this point.
We know that there was an armed robbery in Franklin on 27th at a T-Mobile store yesterday. Is there any indication that this could be connected to that?
I have no way of determining that. That would be way outside the scope of what we're dealing with at this very moment.
Sheriff, could you talk to us on a personal level? 8 o'clock in the morning, something like this happening. Kids are going to school. How do you feel about this happening in the community?
Again, as I started out, each day we put this uniform on and place this badge over our hearts, and we go out not knowing what dangers, seen and unseen, we encounter and we might face. But our officers do it despite the criticism, the angst, the shortages. We do it because we care and we take pride in the work that we do and the services that we deliver. And we're just thankful that all of our officers are safe and no one was hurt. I'll take one more question.
Was it a sheriff's deputy who shot the man?
I have no way of knowing. I will say at the conclusion here.
Man, this story is so fucking crazy. Milwaukee, home of the carjackers, man. Home of the carjackers and kids just stealing cars for fun. The kid boys are out. That's what they call these kids in Milwaukee that are just stealing cars upon cars upon cars and killing and injuring innocent people. Injuring innocent people, man. So, man, my question is, why the fucking kids want to be gangsters in hood when they are not even raised like that? Raised from good homes, but yet they want to be a fucking gangster. They want to live that so-called street life, whatever the fuck that is.
27th and Sycamore, again, multiple officers discharged their weapons, and it's undetermined who, if any, fired their shots.
How many officers were involved in that shootout, and are they all on administrative leave right now for policy?
It's a fair question. I don't definitively know the answer. Again, it was multiple. Again, we got multiple jurisdictions. But again, I can speak to some degree of certainty that 4 members of the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office were engaged throughout this entire episode, and at least 1 member of the Franklin Police Department, and again, not exactly certain of how many from the Oak Creek Police Department. All right, everybody?
Police chiefs or the Oak Creek?
I'm Joe Andrews, and if you stay with me for the next 10 seconds, I'm going to show you how durable.
Police chief, did either of you guys want to say anything about what happened this morning and how you feel this happened in the community?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop it right there, man. Trying to figure out why kids want to be gangsters, even though they're not even raised. They were not raised like that. I don't know if it's the social media, the hip hop videos, the kids think is so cool to be out here doing stupid ass shit like this. So yeah, another crime in Milwaukee, man. Another crime, another car chase, another shooting. That's crazy.